So back again with another one of the little known Porsche 991 facts or trivia or whatever you want to call it. And this one is actually about sport mode and the temperatures that the engine runs. So normally operating temperature on the 991 when you're just driving around and you're up to temperature, the oil temperature is about 210 to 215 degrees Fahrenheit. You can see that on here. It's about 210 right now. But when you switch on the sport mode, it actually runs the oil through an additional oil cooler and cools it down to about 199 degrees Fahrenheit. So today, let's test that and just see if that is accurate. Okay, so driving around in normal conditions, just with no sport mode on, you get an oil temperature of around, I don't know, 220, 225 degrees. We're at about 225 right now. And that is just the normal operating temperature of the oil. But if you put on sport mode, it will actually run the oil through an additional oil cooler and cool it down a little bit more, sub 200. So, all right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop it into sport, and then we're just gonna monitor and see what we get here with the temperature. And it should drop to a little bit below 200. I'm not gonna drive it any differently than I would if it were not in sport mode, so that we can kind of try to keep that pretty even. All right, we're now sub 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I think it'll actually keep going down a little bit more when you're in sport mode, but generally you can tell that, you know, sport mode is designed for putting the car through a little bit more strenuous conditions. And as a result, they're gonna run it through this extra oil cooler to keep the oil a little bit cooler than it normally would be, because you are running the engine pretty hard. Now, oil has an ideal operating temperature, and it's something, you know, I think right around 200 degrees Fahrenheit. So, you know, you don't want to be really hard on your engine when the oil is very cold, but ideally you don't want the oil to be too hot either. So I'm sure in the wisdom of Porsche engineers, they have realized that the sweet spot for, you know, serious driving is probably somewhere right around 190 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, you can see it's dropped to 196 here, and that's even sitting at a red light, just kind of waiting with the engine running. And yeah, still in sport mode. All right, so that's it. I'd say that's another one of the 991 little known facts that we have verified.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to ring the bell so you can get notified when we post a new video.